Alrighty, guys, so it's about 1:45 p.m. on the East Coast right now, and the markets are still heavily in the red, at least for the most part. We have the Dow down 0.3%, S&P's down 0.6%, as the Russell and the NASDAQ, those are the two that are bleeding the most. The Russell's down 1.9%, as the NASDAQ's down 1.4%. So we got to break down the markets in this video. You guys know the deal. We're also going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin and Ethereum, see what those charts are looking like. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee. Do not forget to get your free money from Moomoo. 10 free stocks, each up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit. Those are linked down below. And you could also get 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. Guess what? Also linked down below. And with that being said, let's dive right into the video. So, like I mentioned, guys, we're selling off all across the board right now. VIX is up to about 22, and I've mentioned this before. I mentioned it in the previous video, but if you guys missed it, I'll say it again. The VIX has been trading throughout 2022 in a range between 20 on the downside. It did crack under 20 a little bit, but not for long. So mostly 20 has been the low end of the range, and the upper end of the range has been anywhere from low mid 30s up to about almost 40 on the VIX. And now it's up 3% on the day, more towards the bottom of the range, and we're not getting a sharp rise on the VIX quite yet. But that could be around the corner if we do end up getting a break on SPY and Triple Q at these levels on the downside, which quite frankly, we're testing them right now. At least one of them on SPY at about $410 a share. I think I mentioned this in my previous video. SPY at 410, that's where it held 2 days ago, or 2 trading days ago. I believe that was on the 5th, which was on Friday. Yup, on Friday. This thing held about 409.75, 410. That's where we're going right now. As SPY's down over 0.5% as I'm filming this. And if we do break 410, the next gap from there is 407. Then from that point, we might be going down even further. But we're not there yet. So let's not get ahead of ourselves, guys. But as of now, based on how things are looking, compared to my previous video, right, we have come down. And my previous video was a couple of hours ago. It's, the markets have come down since that point. And let's see on Triple Q what's going on. Probably the same thing. I think last time we filmed, it was down about 1%, maybe a little less. Now it's down pushing 1.5%. So Triple Q right now did take the lows out from yesterday at $320, roughly $319. We're well below those lows. And we took the lows out from Friday. Those lows were at about $318.50. We're at now what? $316, low 316s. This looks like, hey, it wants to come down probably to $310, $312 at least, maybe in the short term, which was support on the 2nd of August. Looks like the 1st of August. And a little bit on the 3rd of August as well. So that's where we could be going, especially now that on the hourly chart here, 20-day 1 hour, Triple Q's under the 50 and the 180 SMA. So what do you guys think about that? It looks like we're starting to give a little bit on the downside, but by no means are we reversing to the downside quite yet. Bulls are still in charge. We still have a golden cross here. And yes, Triple Q's under the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. Probably SPY as well at this point. Let's double check that. Yup, it is, but you got to realize we're still well above the 180 SMA. We still, again, have that golden cross here. Bulls, as of now, are still in charge. We're just getting a little bit of a pullback, which we actually called out on YouTube when I called out that bullish, or bearish rather, divergence. I think that was yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. We called that out. And it looks like we're getting that little downside pressure here. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. It helps me out overall in the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you guys. And with that being said, let's talk about crypto. Like I said, we got to break down some crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And last I checked, we were down. Yup, we were down. We're still down on Bitcoin. It's currently at $23,000 a coin. And what we're noticing here is, and this is the 4-hour. Yeah, that's the 4-hour. We're noticing big resistance right around 24, 24.5, 23.5 even, and that's where we've struggled the past couple of days, and now we're dumping down a test 23,000 flat, which if we do break under 23,000 flat, let me draw a trend line here. We have a bit of an ascending triangle we're noticing here, right? If we do start coming down towards under 23, expect us to fall probably towards 22, maybe even break under 22,000 to test this trend line. That we're going to be looking anywhere from, I'd say, 21.5 to 22,000 at that point. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin did come down a little bit, especially if it started breaking 23,000. You got to watch that point. So right now, Bitcoin's down 3.3%. Nothing too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary, but it is starting to sell off. And this is what I'm noticing here, at least on the 4-hour chart. And let's see Ethereum. Ethereum was down. Last I checked, even more. Yeah, look at that. Ethereum's down about 5%. It's at 1690. And look at this. We did break out. I mentioned this in one of my recent videos. We did break the lows, or rather a big resistance from the lows from the beginning of May throughout the beginning of June. You guys can see here Ethereum held 1750. 1800 roughly, more like 1700 rather, 1750. It held that point. We obviously fell through the floor to 880. It became resistance. 1750 became resistance, and now we broke out of it momentarily a couple of days ago, or was that yesterday? But clearly that breakout did not hold. Now we're down under 1700. So Ethereum is kind of in a point where it really just has to pick direction, because if we're looking here, let me get another trend line going. We kind of have an ascending triangle on Ethereum as well. Same thing as Bitcoin. So what are we going to do here? Are we going to break past 800 or 1800 rather, get that huge leg up towards 2000? That'd be the ascending triangle playing out. Or are the bears going to come in here and then dump under, right? Maybe we start going down towards 1500. We break this trend line. We start going to the lows from the end of July being right around here. Is that what happens? Maybe we start going 1400. So we really have to wait on direction here on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And with that being said, guys, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. And do not forget to get your 12 stocks from Webull, which is this platform. This is the platform I use every day to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto, and really to chart it out. This is what I personally use. Could you use other platforms? For sure you can use other platforms, of course. But for me, this is what I use. And again, you can get 12 stocks free from them with any amount deposited in the links in the description and in the comment box below. So let's dive over to ThinkOrSwim again and see what's going on with these individual stocks, because today is a day where, like I mentioned in my previous video, energy's doing well. A lot of energy stocks are crushing it, hence why XLE is the most green ETF on my watch list. Even out of the stocks, the most green today is XLE for me, which is up 2%. And under that, we have a healthcare, we have a bank, we have Microsoft surprisingly up on the day, which is a big tech name. You guys should know Microsoft, right? They're up on the day about 0.6%. So is Apple. Wow, I just realized that. Apple's up 0.3%. Could you imagine? Wow, now that I just thought about this, could you imagine if Apple and Microsoft were down 0.5% to 1%, maybe even more each today? The markets would be way bloodier. This is really holding up the markets at the end of the day, considering Apple, Microsoft, even Google being down only 0.4%, that's holding up the market, considering the Nasdaq's down a bunch more. The fact that these stocks aren't getting crushed today, that is, saving the markets from an even bigger, bloodier day. And it's pretty bloody out there today. It's not like it's 0.5% red day. I mean, the Russell's down almost 2% right now, and we have the Nasdaq down 1.2%. So keep your eyes on these big tech names. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is a good thing to talk about here, what I just mentioned. So watch out for Apple. Watch out for Microsoft for sure. These are green right now. Let's see if they stay green into the next couple of hours here today, and even in the aftermarket session. And for later on today, guys, and make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be making another video later discussing earnings, all that good stuff. A company I'm looking at for earnings is Coinbase. We have Coinbase today after the bell, which is down a whopping 10% today, guys. Coinbase is getting massacred right now, heading into this earnings report, and they're looking to do 800 average revenue. I mentioned this on Sunday, but I'll say it again. Average revenue is about $830 million is projected. That would be down over 50% year over year. So Coinbase year over year numbers, they're not looking to be good. Excuse me, guys. And mind you, this stock has come up so much in the past couple of weeks because of BlackRock, that partnership they announced, and even in general, before that, the stock was running up. So these earnings have to be pretty good and maybe surprising in a way for these gains to hold, in my opinion. Who knows? I might be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm feeling here. I feel like Coinbase is not setting up well for, or maybe it is. I don't know. But at least in my opinion, I don't think it's setting up well for an earnings report. I mean, if these earnings are bad, I mean, like I think they will be. I could be wrong, but if they're bad, like I think they will be, this could crash even more. We shall see, guys. But overall, they're looking to do $830 million on average. That'd be down 53% on revenue, or rather on EPS of negative $2.68. That's the average EPS. So they're going to lose money hand over fist. And I think they were profitable. Were they not profitable? Yeah, look how wildly profitable they were, in 2021. They made $3 a share, this quarter, $6 a share this quarter, $1.60 this quarter, $3.30 the quarter after that. So it looks like they had a straight year of profitability, and mind you, they came public here in 2021. And then it's just been downhill since then. Now they're losing money hand over fist, and who knows how much longer they're going to be losing money for. And for me, guys, that's not a bet that I want to take long term. I'm not a full-on, investor that only looks at profitable companies, but for the most part, I like investing in profitable companies. So for that reason, the fact that this was profitable, now it's not, it's swinging back and forth, I'm going to be patient with it and see how that profitability looks in the next couple of quarters, next year or two. There's no rush with a stock like Coinbase, right, guys? So with that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up there. If you enjoyed it, clearly I need a drink of water. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my Patreon down below if you guys want to join that, and make sure to get your free stocks. Again, 10 stocks from Moomoo, 12 stocks from Webull. Those are all linked down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.